Are they co-workers with Christ, wearing his yoke, or are they wearing the yoke of human manufacture? Whose yoke are they wearing? Huh?
Right hand of the gospel,
Are they wearing the yoke of human manufacturing? I'm going to read something about this human manufacturing right now, okay? Is that okay? I'm going to use a secular writer. And I want you to write down what he's saying right here. Okay, I'm going to write down some of these human manufacturing that they're using. So he lived from 1901 to 1990. His name is Manly P. Hall. Do anybody know who he is?
I heard of him. He was a Mason, right?
He's a famous occultist, as famous as spiritualist. He was living in this time period since the 1900s. And so he knows what he's talking about. And this is what he says. It says, the most dangerous form of black magic, we should write down black magic, is the scientific perversion of occultic power for the gratification of selfish as personal desire. So that's black magic. It says it's less complex and more universal for is human selfishness. They say human selfishness is black magic. For selfishness is the fundamental cause of all worldly evil. Fundamental. We talked about fundamental last week, right?
yeah, we're
That's right. So the fundamental is what? The funds are what? Money, right? It's the money. So this is the money. This is the ground that they stand on. The fundamental cause of all worldly evil. It says man will barter his eternal soul for temporal power, and down through the ages a mysterious process has been involved which actually enables him to make this exchange. We know the Bible says, what would it profit a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul, right? So he has some type of suggestion he's going to simulate. So he's saying it's been used. It's a mysterious. That means mystery of iniquity. It's a mysterious process. The same one he used at Eve. The same one he used in the Garden of Eden. It says a mysterious process has been involved, which actually enables him to make this exchange. It says though the demonism of the Middle Ages seemed to have disappeared, there is abundant evidence is facts, right? That in many forms of modern thought, human manufacturing, modern thought, especially the so-called prosperity. Is that being preached in the churches? Prosperity gospel? Psychology. Is that human manufacturing? Willpower, building, metaphysics. Metaphysics, that's philosophy of the mind, science of the mind. Human reasoning, argumentation, and the system of high-pressure salesmanship. All that is black magic. We all have some black magic on us, right? We went to go buy that car, right? That's high-pressure salesmanship, right?
Even in the church.
Right? Whenever we go to a store, or also the power of suggestion through television. He says that's black magic. He says black magic has merely passed through a metaphors, and although the name is changed to nature, remains the same. It's all the same. It says the mysteries were therefore established for the purpose of upholding the nature, character, human nature, right? Human manufacturing of man, according to certain fixed rules. So Satan, he got rules he got to go by, right? Just like God has rules he has to go by. But we, the ones that make the choice and fix rules. If you love me, keep my commandments. If you don't, go ahead and do your own thing. Fix rules, like magic, which when faithfully followed, That means give up your dignity, your God-given manhood. Elevates the human conscience to a point where it is capable of knowing its own constitution. Ain't that what he told Eve? Eat this and then you're gone.
Eyes will be
You
open.
know, right? Your conscience will be enlightened. You're going to know good from evil, right? It says, and true purpose of existence. Ain't it a book called Purpose Driven Life that came out? They handed out in our church and studied in our church. That's right. This is called Secret Teachings of Manning P. Hall. He started schools on spiritualism. So he knows this. That's human manufacturing. It says that nobody's giving a warning signal. They're promoting this stuff. Oh, go do this, go do that, go do this. They telling all the young people, right? Go get your PhD, this, instead of getting yourself fit to go spread this gospel. I'm finished reading. Human manufacture. Are they wearing that yoke of human manufacturing? And a yoke is for what?
Control. It's like rain.
So what you use the yoke for? You got what?
To steer.
A
To
servant,
guide.
right? You got an ox here, right? You have another small ox that may not know what it's doing. So you put the yoke on so they can walk together. Work together. The Bible says, can two walk together except they be agreed? Also, yoking is also, the word yoke is also what they use in yoga. They call themselves yoking themselves together with the spirit. Yoga. It says, Satan and his angels are making every effort to obtain control of minds, government, that men may be swayed by falsehoods and pleasing fables. Are our physicians lifting the danger signal? Are the men who have been placed in prominent positions in our sanitariums lifting the danger signal? Question. Everybody can answer that. Anybody heard any of the doctor telling them that? Or are many of the watchmen asleep?
Almost all of them.
While mischievous tongues, wicked tongues, and acute minds, sharp, educated, intellectual minds, sharpened by long practice of evading the truth, are continually at work to bring in confusion and to carry out plans instigated by the enemy. Bring in plans to scheme to the enemy. It says, I'm going to stop right there. But this is selective message. This is what we need to be studying this stuff. And if we're not studying stuff, there's no way we're going to know the plans of the enemy. We're not going to be able to detect the voice of the enemy. See, God wants to be able to detect the voice of the enemy. And even see it if we're reading it. But if we're not reading the Word of God, if we're not reading this, there's no way we can detect it. If our minds are on money making, like Jesus said, right? Cares of this life, deceitfulness of riches, and the lust of all other things, thorns. We're not going to be able to detect this. It's going to choke the Word. We're not going to have no time to study the Word. We're not going to have no time to pray. We're going to pray, lay down. Oh Lord, thank you for another day, and go to sleep. Right? We're not going to study. And this is what's going on. We need to raise the cry, right? The warning signal, expose the enemy's attacks. We were on Christ's object lesson. Christ's object lesson.
So when we look,
I think, where did we leave off?
There is life in the sea.
Okay, we're going to jump down there. There is life in the sea. You want to read that, Denise?
What page? What's the page number?
It's page 46 at the top.
There is life in the sea, there is power in the soil. But unless an infinite power is exercised day and night, the seed will yield no return. The showers of rain must be sent to give moisture to the thirsty field. The sun must impart heat electricity must be conveyed to the buried seed. The life which the Creator has implanted, He alone can call forth.
Period. See that? Let's stop right there. Pause. What is that saying? What is that saying? What is it saying? Anybody?
Without God, we can't do anything.
It says the life is where? The power is where?
The power is in the soil here.
So the power is in the soil, right? The soil is who? What? What's the soil?
The soil is us.
The heart, right? So there's power in the soil, right?
That's the ruach.
Right? It says, the life which the Creator has implanted. So God gave us a life, right? He's the Creator. Brought it, He gave it to us, right? He alone can call forth. But there's something that spiritualists use and saying, call out the power that where? Within your heart, right?
And our heart is desperately wicked,
Right.
according to God's word.
We heard that. That's what they tell you. They tell you to meditate and call the power from your heart, right? So it's a power in there, but the power that they're calling is a human power, a satanic power. And it's something that they call the kundalini. Do you know what that is?
That snake that's in the spine.
Yeah. So what they do, they practice these meditations. It's a cold system, and then it's supposed to release the serpent that's coiled down here in their spine. They have it in video games. All the young people should know about it. They have it in all video games. All the spiritualistic cartoons, everything. So something called the kundalini. So it's supposed to be awakening the serpent in your spine. It's coiled down here. It's a form of meditation, emptying the mind. And then it's supposed to call forth a power from within you. But we just read right here, it says the life which the Creator has implanted, He alone can call forth. So now they're calling you to call forth a power, but that power, you think it's you arising to a higher level, but it's really Satan gaining possession of the mind. You finished reading? Oh, wait,
I
Lois.
just want to make a comment. Power in the soil, it's either God's power in that soil or Satan's power, depending on what's being entertained in the moment.
That's right. It's what the material. He knows the material, right? He knows the material. He's working with it. Okay? So we need to know the material so we can do something about changing the material, the nature, the character, our own sinful nature, right? Finish reading, Denise?
It says, every seed grows, every plant develops by the power of God.
We know that atheists, what they say that there is no God, right? So they don't even acknowledge the God, right?
Grace and peace from God the Father and Jesus
But they still growing. Ain't that something? They're still growing and they're still developing. But how are they growing and developing?
Hopefully in the light.
How can we have control of
And then it says by the power of God. So they're growing and developing by the power of God. But if they're not growing and developing into the character and the nature of God, because they don't acknowledge the power, all you gotta do is go to the gym to AI. You see characters develop, right? Turn on your TV, you're gonna see characters develop. And these characters that develop, a lot of them, they'll tell you, you know what? Oh, I don't believe in God. I don't believe in religion. I don't go to church. I just went to the beach and I tried to hand out some national sunglasses. The dude told me, oh, I'm not into religion. I'm not into religion. See,
But he knew that was a
I'm
religious.
not into that.
He saw that as a religious book, though,
Yes,
because you didn't tell him nothing about what was in it.
yes, I
So he had heard about it.
Yes, but I gave it to him. So I'm just giving, that's just one example.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of examples. A lot of people have heard of it. Remember that he gave one to this one guy. He said he had a book at home.
Somebody threw it at him.
Somebody, he said something. He probably like, he need this bad. He took you to put it.
Did he read it?
No, when I gave the other guy, he was kind of,
He was considering it.
Oh, okay.
I gave the other guy, he was listening. See, but we have to be able to plant seeds.
Yes, right.
But what they were doing, they were selling religious books. They had comic books, religious comic books for kids. And so I went and gave him the book, and talked to him, and I looked at a Bible. Scripture's missing out of it. And so, because that's how I always check. I always check to see if certain scriptures are there, and I'll throw it away if it don't. So they had scriptures missing out of it, and also misinterpreted. So I couldn't do it, you see? But I was able to witness to them at the same time. Plant a seed. It says, go ahead and fill. Anybody want to read this next paragraph?
Let God do the fighting. How do we address
Loud, yes.
As the earth brings forth her bud, and the garden causes the things that are sown in it to spring forth, so the Lord will cause righteousness and praise to spring forth. Isaiah 61:11.
Let's look at that. Isaiah 61:11. And who's this garden? Where's the garden? Where is this stuff supposed to spring forth out of? Yes. Yes, the garden. I used to, when I was in the world, I used to love this song when I was in the military. It was called Secret Garden. It was a nice song.
They have a movie.
But, yeah, it was a nice song. I don't know, somebody might have heard it. You remember? Mm-hmm. It was nice, wasn't it?
It was.
But the seed, where the music came from, it didn't come from Christ. But the enemy knows what he's doing, what he's talking about. So he always want to try to change God's stuff, flip it around, make it sound good. I used to go to sleep with this song. Make it sound good. To lull you to sleep and think that you're listening to something good, right? When it's really satanic. Isaiah 61, would somebody read that out loud?
For as the earth bringeth forth her bud, which is what Ron just read, and as the garden causeth the things that are sown in it to spring forth, so the Lord God will cause righteousness and praise to spring forth before all the nations.
Okay, remember the song? The song was called Secret Garden. See that? It's called Secret Garden, so it's a garden that people don't know nothing about, right? The Bible says, when they shall say unto you, go unto them. And also talk about secret places. Behold, he is in the what? Secret places, secret chambers. Believe it not, right? So it was a secret garden. Satan knows what he's doing. He invents all this stuff, right? Turn to Isaiah chapter 5. So there's two gardens we need to be aware of.
So this garden in Isaiah 11, verse,
That's the garden where righteousness is going to spring forth out of it.
you asked what does that garden represent, or what represents that garden?
So a garden, there's all types of plants, right? Right? What is righteousness? Righteousness is symbolic of what? Right.
That's what clothes cover.
All thy commandments are what?
Righteous.
So a secret garden, they don't have the commandments of God. The truth is going to spring forth. All thy commandments are what? Truth, right? So truth is going to spring out of it. Isaiah chapter 5. Now this is a song right here about Jesus Christ. It says, now will I sing, verse 1, to my well-beloved, a song of my well-beloved, touching his vineyard. My well-beloved hath a vineyard in a very fruitful hill. So God has a vineyard in a fruitful hill. A hill is symbolic of what? A government, right? It's a kingdom, right? So it's talking about Jesus Christ's vineyard. It says he fenced it. It's talking about Israel. He fenced it and gathered out the stones thereof and planted it with the choicest vines and built a tower. The name of the Lord is a what? Strong tower, right? Put his name in it, right? In the midst of it. And also made a winepress therein, and he looked that it should bring forth grapes. And it brought forth wild grapes, sour grapes, bitter grapes, not sweet grapes. And now, O inhabitants of Jerusalem, and men of Judah, the lawgivers, judge, I pray you, betwixt me and my vineyard. The vineyard is God's church, God's house. It says, what have I been done more to my vineyard that I have not done in it? Wherefore, when I looked that it should bring forth grapes, brought it forth wild grapes. Is that righteousness springing out of it?
No.
And now go. 2, I will tell you what I will do to my vineyard. I will take away the hedge. That's the protection, right? Thereof. And it shall be eaten up, and breaking down the walls thereof. And it shall be trodden down. We know Israel was trodden down in 70 AD, right? When the wicked fruits sprung up and killed the slave or Savior. It says, and I will lay it waste. It shall not be pruned nor digged. But there shall come up briars and thorns, curses. And also command the cloud that they rain not rain upon it. Holy Spirit. For the vineyard of the Lord of hosts is the what?
House of Israel.
What's the modern house of Israel today?
The Lord's people.
Say it again.
The Lord's people broadcast all over the earth, not just in this church or this religion. The Lord's
Seventh-day
people.
Adventists, right?
The Lord's people.
That's God's people for these days.
They're inside and
Modern
outside of the
Israel,
Adventist faith.
modern Israel, they have the commandments of God. They have the truth in Jesus Christ, right? Seventh-day Adventist church. We don't even want to keep the commandments of God and have the faith in Jesus Christ, right? The third angel's message that God has established and committed for us to spread it, right? The first, second, and third angel's message. Am I right?
Spiritual Israel there.
Yes. So it says the house of Israel and the men of Judah. The men of Judah are the lawgivers.
Right.
His pleasant plant, and he looked for judgment. You see that? But behold, oppression, for righteousness, for behold, a cry. And it wasn't the cry of the first, second, or third.
No.
See that? But that's what God is looking for. He's looking for some pleasant plants that's going to do his work. That's what Israel was established to do. To spread the gospel to every nation, kindred, tongue, and people, right? But they didn't do it, so God broke it down. Then he rose up the apostles and all who wanted to come in and believe into the truth. So it's a movement. It's a movement. Okay? Okay, I like to finish reading. So that's what the plant, that's what that vineyard is, and that's what that garden is. So the precious plants are in the garden. We're the plants, right? Right?
Yes.
Are we planted in the house of God?
Supposed to be.
So God is looking for us to bring forth fruit, growth.
Got it. And where is that church?
Finish reading. Oh, Ron, finish reading.
And identify who are the members. The members
That's in the
in the natural.
As in the natural. Yeah.
As in the natural, so in the spiritual soul. The teacher of truth must seek to prepare the soil of the heart. He must sow the seed. The power that alone can produce life is from God. There is a point beyond which human effort is invaluable. While we are to preach the word, we cannot impart the power that will quicken the soul.
Stop. Comma. You hear that? It's very important. It says, we cannot impart the power that will quicken the soul. Ephesians. Ephesians chapter 2. We cannot impart the power that quickens the soul, right? The word quicken means what? Gives life to the soul, right? Right?
Quick itself can mean alive.
Say it again.
Quick in the Bible can mean alive. The quick in the dead means the alive in the dead.
That's right. Bring it to life, right?
It's life.
Give life to the dead. Like Jesus Christ, he rose Lazarus from the dead, right? Ephesians chapter 2, verse 1. It says, and you have he quickened
Made alive.
who were dead. Or are we still dead?
Not really. Yeah.
In trespasses and sins. It says, wherein times past ye walked according to the course of this world, this garden, this field, according to the prince of the power of the air, and the spirit that now worketh in the children of disobedience, among whom also we all had our conversation in times past, in the lust of our flesh, fulfilling the desires of the flesh and of the mind. Fulfilling the desires of the mind, right? And were by nature the children of wrath, even as others. But God, who is rich in mercy, for his great love wherewith he loved us, even when we were dead in sins, hath quickened, given us life, right? Together with Christ. By grace are you saved. See that? Not cheap grace. The divine influence working upon the mind. The Holy Spirit working upon the hearts and mind to change the character. It says, and hath raised us up together. Where? What's up there? That's where our faith is, right? So it's a new mountain. He raised us up to a new mountain, a new government. He hath raised us up together in heavenly places in Christ Jesus. Verse 7. It says that in the ages to come, now, he might show the exceeding riches of his grace in his kindness towards us through Christ Jesus. For by grace are you saved through faith. And that not of yourselves is a gift of God. The gift, that's that plant, that power that God's implanted in our life. See that? So we know that God, he's supposed to raise us up to a higher level, a higher standard of living than the world. You see two contrary groups right here, right? We were part of that group before we came into the truth. Dead in transgression and sin, right?
I want to make a comment on this. You know, if you go to, there are two things, talking about the church and God, working for God. And in Matthew 24, everybody knows this. Well, two things have to happen before Christ can come. Definite things in the Bible. One is the man of sin, right? Before Christ can come, he said the man of sin has to appear on the world scene as the religious leader of the world. And then in Matthew 24, verse 14, it says, and the gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. What is that witness? That witness is a church that is 100% in favor of God, in their character and in their work. They're working together. The world has to see the antithesis of the world. The world is the thesis, and the Church of God has to be the antithesis. They're the exact opposite. One reflecting the character of Satan and one reflecting the character of God. When the world sees a man of sin appear, that's when they will see, because when a man of sin appears, that's when God purifies the church. And we see the harvest. But real quick, I just want to say the witness is the church in one. When the world sees the church 100% for God and reflects His character, that's when we know the end is coming.
Yes, but